open to trade offers for Jimmy Butler, and Butler's agent has released a list of 3 teams who Jimmy would prefer to be traded to, which means NBA trade season is upon us in 3 teams who theoretically, with playoff Jimmy
Alexander.
Smooth, right? Just understands angles.
On Saturday, a 3.
Butler unleashed could make a major push towards this year's title. And because Jimmy has a player option for the 2026 season, this summer, if he chooses to, he can become an unrestricted free agent and sign any agent, giving him unique control here while also putting the Miami Heat in some rough waters, as Jimmy could leave this summer in a move that would leave Miami with nothing. No trade assets, no picks, just Jimmy Butler's revenge upon them. Control his destiny with a list of 3 teams that he wants to go to, as he can make it clear that he's only going to re-sign with the teams he wants to play for. This has been a classic move of recent NBA stars.
Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 6 on the start, and with a hit right there by Shea at 7.
And this is what
nobody wants to trade for a 1-year or actually a half-season rental to then watch Jimmy Butler. Have to ask, is playoff Jimmy still the beast he has shown to be in the past? Jimmy definitely believes in himself. Last season, after not making the playoffs, Jimmy's confidence justified though. We do know Jimmy Butler just turned 35. We also know modern science has been stretching out players' careers, especially a guy like Jimmy who is keeping in extreme shape. Kevin Durant is 36, Steph is turning 37 this season, and LeBron will turn 40. All 3 of those stars are still playing at an extremely high level, and playing alongside Luka Doncic or Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler would not need to be the alpha dog he was in the past Miami Heat runs. The question does linger though, is Jimmy still capable of putting up his past stat sheet? All of the evidence points to this is the same Jimmy Butler reference, and Jimmy has gone to battle with similar rosters. This to me calls into question, why now? Why ask out this season? Jimmy could just become an unrestricted free agent this offseason and still battle it out with the Heat in this year's playoffs. So maybe Jimmy does realize he is near the end of his peak years. Eventually,
GA is gonna go for 3.
Wow!
again, the runner-up to the MVP of season.
5 scores in the NBA, and here's one of them. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is good. It's the knockout round, the single elimination stage of the Emirates NBA Cup here on TNT. Tonight, it's the Dallas Mavericks. So we've got 2 of the tops out. And
aka he would be looking to secure a ring before he retires. It also, though, could be Pat Riley's response to Jimmy's claim that he could have taken. I loved Pat Riley's old school approach here. I don't think Jimmy Butler loved this, though. If we look at Jimmy Butler's comments, well, here we are. We're diving into the 3 teams on Jimmy's list. We'll go Mavericks, Rockets, Warriors. So starting with the Mavs, Dallas easily has the least amount of trade assets to give up, at least assets that make sense for the Miami Heat. Jimmy, though, fits into this roster, I think, a lot better than other people would believe. Last year in the 2024 playoffs, the Mavericks made an incredible run all the way to the NBA Finals.
Hartenstein, that.
And the Thunder attacking. Gilgeous-Alexander.
That's the problem. You're going to give a team.
And with a half minute to go in the first quarter.
And right here, you'll see
where then the Celtics destroyed them. And in the 2024 NBA Finals, one thing became clear. Dallas 24 Mavericks actually averaged the least assists in an NBA Finals since the 2015 Cavs. And that was a 2015 Cavs roster that had lower, as injuries destroyed that Cavs roster. Jimmy has proven to be able to not only create his own shot in the playoffs and in the regular season, but also he creates shots for other people. He is the type of playmaker that Dallas would really love to see on their roster if the price was not too high.
Alexander on the move.
Too easy.
Biggest lead for the Thunder tonight. Missing the 3. Good rebound.
This will bring that.
I do want to be transparent here, though. Looking all throughout social media, I think none of the teams on this list fans want Jimmy Butler. They don't want this trade to happen, it seems. They believe that the salary is just too high for Jimmy's age, especially if he does opt in and take 52. Maybe Jimmy wants to be the alpha dog and wouldn't fit next to a player such as Luka Doncic. But to me, the fact that Jimmy put Dallas and Golden State on his list of just 3 teams is very is the Mavericks' future draft pick a trade package Miami would want at all. In terms of other assets that Dallas